Hi everyone and welcome. This is Angela Palmer from Stamp with Angela, and I'd like to welcome you to my mystery stamping. So today we're going to be doing, this is a mystery stamping craft along. So this is your opportunity to join me and do some crafting with me. So I'm just going to give it a little bit of time for people to join in. Maybe you're joining from Facebook or watching on YouTube. I appreciate you being here. And if you can't be live, I know some people will watch this recording afterwards. So I'm excited to be with you today to do something a little bit different. So please say hi, introduce yourself so I know who's here. Maybe even let me know where you're from. It's good to see some of you joining us. Sheila, hi, great to see you. Who else is here and where are you from? So today with our mystery stamping, it's going to be a little bit different from what I usually do with my weekly Facebook Lives. I usually make a card and share it with you and you watch and that kind of thing. This time you are going to be involved too. So I hope you've had a chance to get your crafting supplies ready so you can craft along with me. So I shared that on my Stamp with Angela blog, what you need. I'll go over that as well. And you're welcome to craft with me. So I will kind of pace it to hopefully give you a chance to do some crafting as well. And then, of course, you can always, watch the recording later if you wish to. Great. It's good to see a few of you here. Carolyn as well. Janice, excellent. So we've got people from all over, North Island, South Island. It's great to have you here. Oh, some new people coming in. Excellent. Let's have a look. Where else? Oh, yep, some Invercargill. Wow, down as low as Invercargill. Excellent. Welcome. Jocelyn, Natalie, who's north of Auckland. So all over the country. Exciting to have you here. I'm really looking forward to this mystery stamping, and I hope you are too. And then, as I've mentioned, I've got some exciting things to share at the end too. Brilliant. All right, so let's just do a quick going over of what you need. Are you ready? Do you have your supplies ready? So let's just have a look at my crafting table and we will see. So hopefully you saw in my blog and things this page here, which gives you some idea of what you need beforehand. So let's just have a little checklist and get through it. So your current favorite designer series paper, whatever that might be. So that's cut to a certain size. So I've actually got a design on the other side, which I'm not going to show you. Just keep that as a little surprise. So you can see mine's Christmas themed, but yours can be whatever you like. We need 2 different pieces of cardstock. So we've got one that's a card base, which is scored in half. Then another color to go on top, which kind of matches with your designer series paper. We need scrap paper for our sentiment. We need an ink pad, a sentiment to go with your theme, a punch. So I've got my punch here, some ribbon or twine, some embellishments, a trimmer, adhesives. Of course, we need something to put it all together. So do you have those things? So we've got, others joining us too. Sky, brilliant. Nelson, Elizabeth has made it too. So I think we're covering a lot of New Zealand, which is great to have you here. Wonderful. Okay, so now you've got all your bits. Tell me who is actually crafting with us. All right. Oh, someone's not in their craft room, that's okay, but you can watch and you can always make it afterwards when you've got time and things to do that. Para Ramu, whatever. Yeah, so we're covering all sorts. Excellent. Great. I'm so excited to see lots of you here. Okay, so do you have your supplies ready to go? So how this is going to work is usually when I've done let's come back to me for a minute so I can see you all. And then we'll go back to my table again. Camera here. All right. So how today is going to work is I'm going to give you some instructions. Now, in the past with my Facebook Lives, I'm making it in front of you, but this is mystery stamping. So you're not going to see the card and you're not going to see exactly what I'm doing because it's a mystery. We've got to follow the instructions and I'll give you a bit of time in between each step to do it. And then when you've done, if you type done, and then when most of you have kind of done that bit, we'll move on to the next. So I will try and keep it steady, not go too fast, but then we don't want to take too long either. So hopefully you can keep up. And then at the end, I would love to see your creations. So at the moment, obviously, I'm the one on camera, not you. So when you get a chance, take some photos and then you can share them actually, I don't know if you can share them on Facebook. You can, on YouTube, but you can share them in the post on Facebook. Or you can email me and I can always upload them. I'd love to see what you create. Okay, so I know a lot of you will create with me. Some of you I know can't quite get to your craft room, but appreciate you being here. Okay, let's go back to the table and we will get started. Exciting. Whoops, we've got 2 cameras there. Well, let's go to 1 so that we will, there we go. You can see my table and things. Okay. So remember, I'm not going to be showing you every little step along the way. You've got to listen and follow the instructions. Oh, the other thing I forgot was an embossing folder. But if you don't have an embossing folder, you could have a background stamp that you can use. Okay. And then I'll share the steps later. So if you want to kind of refresh or look back, you can. Okay, here we go. Starting with instruction number 1. Nice and easy. So find your card base, whatever color it is. Hopefully, well, if you have a bone folder, crease it in half so that it is ready to go. So whatever you're using for your card base, please crease that and fold it in half. So that's one of your pieces of coloured cardstock. The piece that was, what is it? 14.85 by 21, scored at 10.5. So that is the piece that we're folding in half. All right, let me know you've done that. And then we will move on to step 2. So today's card is hopefully, I'm hoping not too difficult, but just, yeah, fun to do. So let's see, hopefully that's the case. And you don't know what it's going to end up like. So that makes it the mystery and more fun. Okay, so I'm assuming you have folded your card base and you've used your bone folder and you're ready for the next step. Now you should have another piece of cardstock, which is 10 centimeters by 14.3. So here's mine. And you've got 2 choices of what you're going to do with this, and it depends on your supplies. So with this piece, if you've got an embossing folder and you can emboss it, choose your embossing folder and emboss that piece. If you don't, maybe you've got a stamp and you can just stamp on the background. Not too busy, but just so it's got a bit of a pattern, particularly around the edges, okay? So I'm going to give you some time to find your embossing folder and emboss it, or you're going to stamp something in the background. So I would just choose, you've got a stamp pad that's in one of your colors. So maybe like mine was green, maybe you're going to stamp in green, or just whatever color you want to do that. All right. So let me give you a chance to do that. So as you're doing that, do you have a favorite embossing folder at the moment? One of the ones that I quite like to use is the 3D eyelet embossing folder. So that's quite a cool one to use. What are your favorite embossing folders? So as you're using your machine and embossing, I'll ask you some questions if you get a chance to answer, or maybe you are stamping your background. So I'm going to actually do this as we go too. I've already got some samples made, but I'm going to kind of stamp one up so I know how long it's taking. So when you've done step 2, maybe so I can keep up, maybe just put 2 and then done. Then I know that we're up to step 2. Okay. Have you ever done mystery stamping before? If you're a part of our Christmas, what's it called? Christmas crafting event experience, we did a bit of mystery stamping then, which was kind of fun. But other than that, I haven't done it too much, but it's quite fun. All right, cool. So 2 is done. Excellent. Well done, Wendy. Did you emboss or stamp? I'd love to know. All right, I've done mine's stamping, so that's cool. So, others are doing as well. Excellent. So we're on to nut 2. All right, excellent. Okay. then we will move on. I'll just give you a moment for anyone else to catch up. I don't want to move too fast, but then I don't want to take too long either. All right, the next piece you're going to need is your designer series paper. So let us find that. So just let me explain and then you can do what we're going to do next. All right. So with this piece, it's 7.5 by 11.5. So you want it facing portrait. So I'm not, where is my, oh, here we go. So pretend this is DSP. Okay, I don't want to show you my pattern. So I want to, and with it portrait, so it's this way here, you're going to cut it at 2.5 and then 5. So you'll end up with 3 strips. Okay, so I will just show you that little bit. So this is going to be DSP or patterned paper. And you're going to use your trimmer. So you're going to score it at 2.5 and 5. Whoops. Now try and keep your patterns in a particular, well, actually not 5. It will then be 2.5 again, won't it? Well, it would be 5, but we've cut it off. So I've said 2.5, but actually it's 2.5 and 2.5 really, isn't it? So you'll end up with 3 pieces like this next to each other. But you will have a design on it. So I say 5, but actually it's 2.5 and then 2.5 again. Does that make sense? All right. So some of you are going to, watch and then make it after. That's fine too. Obviously, you'll see the end result, but, we don't know what we're making at the moment. So when you've done that cutting, can you put 3 and done? That would be cool. All right. So remember, this is patterned paper. Actually, I better do my actual patterned paper so that I can put my card together as well. So 2.5, and then actually move it over. It's another 2.5. All right, so keep them in order. So basically, your poor picture is cut into 3 bits, but that's okay. It'll look good in the end. All right, some of you have done 3. Excellent. Good. All right. Okay, give you a moment for some others to do step 3. Now the next step has got a little bit in it, so I would suggest you just listen or work your way through it before you glue anything down, because I'll give you a couple of tips along the way. All right, so moving on to step 4. Probably this is the most detailed. Okay, so you've got your 3 pieces of DSP. And what you're going to do is you are going to adhere them to that colour piece that you had in step 2, which you may have embossed or you may have stamped. So you want to kind of put them in the middle and you want to have a slight gap. Okay? I suggest you lay them all down, and I would adhere the 2 outside ones first, kind of evenly from the outside edge. And then lastly, you can kind of adhere that middle one. And then hopefully your spacing is even. So you want it kind of in the middle of that stamped or embossed piece that we had back at step 2. So just lie them on first. You can kind of work out your positioning. But remember, there should be a gap in the middle. Now, I'm not sure with mystery stamping if I'm actually meant to show you a little bit, but I just wanted to make it easier for you. Now, I like to use glue so I can then what's the word, move it around slightly. So I would kind of get it in position, glue it down. Now I'm doing this now too. This probably needs the most concentration. So do the outside 2 first, and then the middle one, hopefully you can get it nicely spaced. All right. So I'll give you a bit of time to concentrate on that. Trying to sort of get them level top and bottom. So the 2 outside ones and then the middle one. And I can tell you I learn from my mistakes. I tried to put it together with the middle first and I actually found that harder. So, oops, just adjusting it. Hopefully, so your picture will have kind of a slight gap in it. I don't know, a couple of mils wide. All right, just to make it look interesting. How are we going with that? So what's that step 4? So when you've done that, you can let me know that 4 is done. I know this will take a little bit longer. It'll be interesting to see what designer series paper you have used as well. Okay, so that is step 4. It's great to see that lots of you have made it today and come to the live. I think it's fun to be able to craft together. I wish we could kind of see each other a bit more, but we can comment, so that's good. All right, so how we go? Oh, one, yep, we've got a couple of 4s done. Good. I know it takes a bit of time, so I will let a couple of others take a bit longer. I hope I'm not going too fast. Oh, more people are done with step 4. Excellent. Okay. Very good. So step 5, we are going to do our sentiment. All right, here we go. Step 5, let's move that out the way. So you should have a scrap piece of basic white. So whatever you're going to choose for your sentiment, you should have an ink color. So choose your ink and stamp it out, and then a punch, if you've got a punch. I showed you earlier, I had the labeled with love punch, something that kind of fits your sentiment. If you don't, then obviously you can just, cut it or whatever. So I'm going to stamp my sentiment. Like I said, I'm doing Christmas themed here, so you can see what I'm making. So stamp it, punch it out. All right. There we go. So what kind of sentiment are you using? Are you using birthday, thinking of you, Merry Christmas, season's greetings? What else have we got? Thank yous. Maybe you can write 5 and let us know what sentiment that you are using. Love to know. So when you've done 5, write 5 and you can tell me what sentiment. So I'll let you know. Mine's a Christmas one, that's all I'll say. Okay. So that is step 5. I should have told you how many steps there are. There are 8 in total. So we are over halfway. Like I said, it's not too difficult, but I know it's a little bit challenging when you don't actually know what it's going to look like at the end. So hopefully you can have fun with this, and hopefully this particular layout and idea you can use again for other cards. All right, some 5s are done. So we've got a let's party. That sounds cool. We've got some Christmas themed ones like me. Excellent. How many of you have started on your Christmas cards? Many of you yet? I obviously have, because I've done it in my Facebook Lives and things. But I know it's coming to the end of September. So good time to start making some Christmas cards, I guess you could say. All right, we've got, there's a few people going for Christmas. Excellent. All right, so we've got our sentiment ready. So we're just going to put that aside. We'll use our sentiment soon. And we're moving on to step 6. I'm hoping you can read these instructions. If you're like me, you like to kind of see something. All right, so now we're going to add our ribbon or our twine. So I don't know what you're using. So you want to sort of put it about 2/3 of the way down. So, so if it's twine is obviously quite narrow. So you might want to go back and forth. So there's like 3 pieces across the front. So lie it across the front and then adhere it at the back. If you're doing a piece of ribbon, just 1 piece going across it will probably be fine. So I'll let you decide what you want to do. I'm trying to decide which one I should use with this particular card. Try and use something different from what I've used before. Okay, we're going to go with this one. You'll get to see my card at the end. So about 2/3 of the way down, you want a piece of ribbon or twine going across. Please sing out if you're not quite sure what I mean. I'm happy to answer any questions. I'm hopefully explaining. This is challenging for me because I really want to show you. I'm so used to showing you what I'm making. So to only tell you and not show you, I have to restrain myself. Okay. Portrait or landscape? Well, our image is portrait. So yes, good question. So it is portrait. So it's going across the bottom, portrait. Good question. So our card is going to be a portrait one because that's the way our image is going. So yeah, portrait, sort of 2/3 towards the 2/3 the way down. Okay, so you've got a piece of ribbon going across the top. Then once you've done that, you're going to tie another bit into it. So it's a bow or a knot, depending on if you've got twine or ribbon and how thick it is. So you're kind of doing a bow or whatever across it as well. Hopefully that makes sense. We'll soon see at the end. Hopefully I've explained it well enough. Right. So we're getting there. You're doing well. You're sticking with me. Thank you. And we'll get to see our wonderful cards soon. All right. Excellent. All right. So let me know when you've done 6. Put 6 and done. And we will move on to the next step. I see a couple of people look like they've just joined us. So we're already working our way through the card, doing the steps. So you can obviously watch the recording and start from the beginning and have a go. If you don't want to be spoiled and see what the end result is, maybe I'll give you a warning. And if you don't want to watch the finished card, then you can go back and watch the recording and see it from the beginning. All right, it's great that I've got lots of you joining today. Exciting to have you here and lots of you making the card with us too. And I'm really looking forward to seeing what you're making. So how do you find this? Are you finding it hard without actually seeing what I'm doing and having to follow the instructions? It's a little bit more challenging. All right, we've got, anyone else done 6? All right, so we've got that ribbon or twine going across the bottom 2/3 and then a bow or a knot tied into it. So with that, I don't know if you can on yours, my bow is kind of slightly more to the left. And I think one of my instructions is missing. So I'm going to have to write it on. We're going to have to make it part of 7. We're going to have to add 2 things to 7. And all right, how are we going with 6? 6 is done. Excellent. Okay, there's going to be 2 parts to 7 because I realized one bit is not quite added. Okay, 7, 2 parts. Whoops. So what you're going to do is you're going to adhere that piece now to your card front, and then we need to add our sentiment, which was punched out with dimensionals. So where you're going to adhere that sentiment is kind of over the ribbon. So you've got a bow maybe on one side. I've got mine on the left. You might want to put it, and then your sentiment sort of over the ribbon on the right-hand side. So it's kind of, the sentiment is like 2/3 of the way down as well. So that's part of 7. So you're adhering the embossed or stamped piece of cardstock that's got your ribbon on it and your designer series paper on it. And then you're going to put your sentiment, which is punched out, onto the card front as well. And I have put it on with dimensionals, and I've put it down the bottom half as well, kind of over one side of the ribbon as well. Now with my dimensionals, I tend to put them sort of top and bottom so that the ribbon can kind of tuck through. All right, so 2 parts to step 7 there. So let's have a go. Okay, nearly there. Nearly there. Are you keeping up? How are you finding it? So when you have adhered that piece to the card front that we were working with and put on your sentiment, which was punched out, put on with dimensionals, down the bottom near the ribbon or on top of the ribbon, let me know when 7 is done. I hope I'm not going too fast. Hope you're able to keep up. And then we've got one final step. So I'd love to know what you think of this mystery stamping. All right. Yeah, I know some of you are looking today. That's fine. Yep, I appreciate you joining us and giving it a go. And then you can make it in your own time. That's fine too. All right, we're nearly there. Who has finished step 7? All right, let me know when you've done 7. Oh, Wendy's done. Great. Well done, Wendy. All right, I'm excited but a little bit nervous. I'm hoping that my instructions are going to be right. And I mean, it doesn't have to be exactly the same. You may do it different and that's fine. But what I have in mind and what you're doing, let's see. Oh, Samora finished. Donna's finished. Excellent. Very good. Okie dokie. Give you a little bit more time to finish that. So that's putting that card on the card front and adding our sentiment. And I will share these instructions if you want to refer to it as well. All right, more of us have finished now. Okay. Oh, well, we're all over. We've got some. Well, Lynette from New Plymouth too. Lots of these names I recognise. So I appreciate you guys being here. I know many of you are on my mailing list or part of my In Colour Club or Paper Share or different things. So it's great to have you joining us, and it's fun to be able to craft together. So I hope you're enjoying this too. All right, the final step. Can anyone guess what it is? What else do we need to do to our card? What have we got that we haven't used yet? Anyone want to guess what the last step will be? Linda's asking, am I on Facebook? Yes, this is going both live on Facebook and YouTube. And I can see some comments of people from YouTube, some from Facebook. So I appreciate that. It's good that you can join either way. All right. Yes, you're right, Wendy. We need some bling, some embellishments. So whatever you've got that kind of coordinates with your creation, let's add a bit of bling to it in some form or another. So gems, yep, that's the one, Linda. So odd numbers are good. I didn't specify. Oh, I haven't put my instructions up. Here we go. Last one, final step, number 8, add some embellishments. So some bling would be good. You may want to add it around where the sentiment is. You may want to just put it on the card, sort of 3 in a triangle shape kind of works well. Oh, yep, you're all guessing. Excellent. You know, it's the embellishments that we need to add. So let's add those, and then we can see what our card looks like. And I'd love to see what your cards look like. All right. What have we got? Okay, what bling do you have to use? All right. Always a bit of sparkle is good. It might be coloured. It might be pearls, rhinestones. Who knows? Okay. How are we going? Let me know when you have done that. And hopefully, excited to see, we can show our card. So I've got a few cards. I've made a few of these so you can kind of see a few variations. I'll show you the one that I've just made right now. And then some others that are similar too. All right. Okay. Elizabeth, you've written note, but I'm not quite sure why. I can't remember what I asked at the time. All right. So lots of you have done. Okay. So if you're watching this and you're going to make it another time and you don't want to see the end product yet, then I suggest you look away so it doesn't spoil it. Or maybe you do want to see it. Totally up to you. All right, so hopefully you've got your embellishments on it. So let me show the card that I just made with you. Does yours look the same? All right, so this is it here. So I have used the reindeer paper. And so this is my image cut into 3 and just sort of spread out with my reindeer and things. My ribbon, my die cut, my punched out sentiment and my embellishments. And then my 2 colors of cardstock. Now for this one, I have stamped around it, if you didn't have an embossing folder. So some other variations. The very first card I made when I tried this was this one here. So this one I've embossed. I told you I liked the eyelet embossing folder, so I embossed the background. This is Pecan Pie in Real Red, which is the colors that go with this paper as well. This one I've used the twine, and I've used the little peppermint swirl embellishments too. Okay, So that's with the Label with Love punch. Then I made another one. I'm just trying to straighten up my camera a little bit here. No, it's not going to work. Okay, another one. I'm just knocking my embellishments off. This one here. So I've done more with this particular set. So they're all in the portrait. So this one's got more the trees and the deer on it. So I've stamped around that one too. You don't notice it quite so much in the red, on the red cardstock. If I do it a bit closer, you might kind of see. So this time I've used some silver for my ribbon and things. I'll show you one more. So they're all to do with this, what do you call it? The reindeer thing, but different sheets of paper, so quite different designs. And then another one I have done with an embossing folder, the swirl embossing folder. I've kept with the Real Red and Pecan Pie, and I've used the snowman and deer image, and I put a bit of ribbon. Now it's really garden green, and this is shaded spruce, but it's very similar, so I get away with it. And then this one here, and those peppermint kind of embellishments too. You'll notice this one here, I used a different punch. I used the heartfelt hexagon punch for that. All right, so did yours look like mine? Not exactly, but I mean, were my instructions okay? Feel free to share a photo of it. Like I say, if you're on YouTube, I'm not quite sure how you will share it. I don't think you can attach to a comment, but you can always email it to me and I can share your photos. Let me know and I can share them on Facebook. If it's Facebook, then you can share it into a post. So I also mentioned that as part of the mystery stamping, I had something exciting to share with you. So you'll see here that I've used this reindeer theme for my cards. So I want to show you something and then a special offer that I have got. So I don't know if you have seen or heard about the scrapbooking brochure. Just grabbing my bits and pieces here. So you've probably seen the mini catalogue, this one here. So as well as that is an online digital scrapbooking brochure with some exciting products inside. And I have got a special offer for you. So if you have a look in this, you will see some exciting new two-toned cardstock, which has come out in these 4 colours, Garden Green, Pool Party, Real Red, and Basic Black. But the main feature of this particular brochure is the scrapbooking workshop kits. Now, you might think before you turn off and say, I don't scrapbook, just hear me out, because these are very, very cool. Whether you scrapbook or not, they have great things inside them. So this is the Reindeer Memories Scrapbooking Workshop Kit. There are 4 in here. So this includes a selection of products, and you've got some of the 12 by 12 two-tone cardstock in several different colors. You've got some white cardstock. You've got some designer series paper and some double-sided and single-sided, plus sticker sheets and an ephemera pack and a die cut sheet. So there's lots of things in here that you can use, and you could use for your cards. You could use it for scrapbooking pages or other things. And then you just need your own kind of trimmer and adhesives. So what these are created so you can, where's the next page? You can make some scrapbooking pages if you like. But what I'm going to offer is an opportunity to do a class using this particular kit. So the class that I'm offering will make a couple of cards, 2 cards. We will make like a display page, a 12 by 12 display page, and a scrapbooking page as well. So here's an example of what the 12 by 12 kind of page may look like. So my kit's still coming, so I don't have a finished one here, but this kind of thing. Now, the exciting thing about this particular product is if you choose to buy this kit for $78 plus shipping, and it gets all those things, you will get to do my online class for free. Okay? So buy the kit by tomorrow night, Sunday the 29th of September. So you order that kit, either you can order it online yourself or contact me and I can help order it. And you get to come to my online class for free. So it'll be kind of like this in a Facebook group, and it'll be on, I've got the details here. So in that class, we're going to make 2 cards, that frame display piece like I showed before, and I'll do a scrapbooking page. So you can see how to use these products in different ways. And the class will be in about 3 weeks' time to give you a chance for it to arrive. And you can only take part if you're part of that group. Buy the kit, you get to do the class for free. So usually classes like this would be at least $30 or something, and you get to do it free. Now, if you can't be there on the day, it's recorded. You can access it later, so you don't have to be there live, or you can even watch it again. So this is a special offer, a very, very special offer, which I'm excited to share with you. So if you buy this workshop kit, the Reindeer Memories kit, this weekend by Sunday night, you will get access to that class. So it's kind of like today's class, Mystery Stamping, was a free, short class, but this is going to be a lot more involved. You get to make several things using this kit, and there's no additional cost for you. It's free. That's a special offer that I'm doing. So 2 cards, a framed piece, something like this, like in a 12 by 12 frame, and then a scrapbooking page. So you just need to order it by Sunday, 29th of September. So any questions about that? So that is what my special offer is. You might like these kits and you might want to just use it like, for scrapbooking pages and use the examples that they've got, which is these examples here. That's what it's designed to make. But why not come and check out my class as well and see what other things you can make using this amazing kit. There are obviously other kits in case you're interested with other themes as well. So you can actually see here more of the paper and the stickers and other things that are included. These are additional things that you can purchase that support that as well. So there are particular ones that they're including in this pack. So any questions about that? All right, so remember, you need to order it by Sunday night for the special offer to be able to take part in the class. The class won't be for a couple of weeks because obviously we need time for it to arrive, but I'm really excited. I think this kit is amazing. There's so much potential, and that's why I thought I would have the special offer and share it with you. So if you've got any questions, let me know. So the kit cost is $78 plus shipping. So if you want to order anything else at the same time, of course you can, or you can just order the kit, order it online yourself, or contact me and I can help you place the order. All right. Oh, thank you for the comments. The instructions, great. You like the instructions. You had fun with the cards. So yeah, hopefully you enjoyed the mystery stamping and making these cards, which was great. And I wanted to let you know about coming to the end of September, so the special offer before the month ends. And I just want to remind you too, if you're in my newsletter or seen on my Facebook page, and other things that are ending tomorrow, if you want to be part of my paper share for the mini catalogue, you can take part in that. 80 for the paper share, 26 for the ribbon share, or both for 100. You can sign up for that. I have another group fill up and looking for a couple more people for another group. And the other thing is the In Colour Club. So I'm doing round 2 of that. If you're interested in the In Colour Club, again, sign up by tomorrow night and you get a pack like this with cardstock and glimmer and embellishments and ink and ribbon and all sorts of things. 1 colour per month over 5 months. So that's very cool. So hopefully there's something there that may appeal, whether it's In Colour Club, paper share, ribbon share, or this exciting special offer that I've got for purchasing the Reindeer Memories scrapbooking kit, and then you get to be involved in another online class. Awesome. All right. Any other questions? Let me come back to me. Well, I'm glad that you enjoyed the mystery card. I'm hoping the instructions were good. Where am I? Coming back here? Here we are. All right. So some of you would have made the card, our mystery card, live. So please remember, take a photo and share that with me either on the Facebook page or email it to me. I'd love to see what you create. Was it the same kind of layout as mine? I'd be interested to know. I'd love to see what papers and colours you've chosen. It looks like lots of you were enjoying that mystery card, so that's great to see. So you've seen mine, now I'd love to see yours as well. So thank you for joining me. Remember about the special offer for my online class for next month if you purchase that kit, or if you want to be part of my Paper Shell and Colour Club. So many things happening, but it's exciting to do all these before the end of the month. Sheila mentioned she sent her card via Messenger. Yep, that's another way if you want to send me a photo that way, and I can share it too. So thank you for your time today. I appreciate you being here. It's wonderful to have many of you taking part. I know some of you will watch this recording later too. So I hope you enjoy taking part when you've got time. Any questions, do reach out to me. I love being able to share, crafting and stamping and different things with you, and hopefully inspiring and sharing things and giving you lots of ideas. So Lynette said she does a lot of scrapbooking. That's great. Admittedly, I do more card making than scrapbooking, so it's great to see that some of you do lots of scrapbooking already. And maybe for others it's something new, or maybe it's someone might be interested in scrapbooking or card making. So reach out to them and let them know. All right, wonderful. Thank you for your time today. I really appreciate you being here. I appreciate you taking part, and I look forward to seeing you again. Remember my weekly Thursday 1:30 lives, when I do actually make the card in front of you so you can see what it is. But something today was a little bit different today. I hope you enjoyed it. All right, until next time, enjoy the rest of your weekend. Reach out to me if I can be of any help, and I look forward to seeing you again soon.